welcome to part 3 of our homeschool curriculum. I hope you enjoyed part 1 and part 2, and if you missed out on that, go back and watch them because it would kind of not make sense if you're just watching this one. This is going to be Declan and the twins, and then any of the extra stuff that I'll be using this year off of what I'm already using with the other kids. The first part is going to be based on Gage's curriculum. The second part is Eli, Hudson, and Miles. So if you're interested in watching what we did in them, and then just some of the other kids are in there, and then my grandchildren came over for part of the night, so they're in one of them also if you're interested in watching that. As for that, just keep watching, and I hope you enjoy. Let's move on to Declan. Declan is going to be in first grade this year. We worked on a lot of stuff with him last year, and it went extremely well with Declan. When he turned, I think it was like 2.5 years old, we had a problem with speech. He did not want to talk. And at the time I was pregnant with the twins, my son was going through open heart surgery. It was just a very crazy time in our life, and we just didn't require Declan to communicate with us. After having so many kids, we just did everything for him. He didn't need to talk until we figured out that he wasn't saying things that he should at his age. So we had Birth at 3 come out, and we worked on stuff with him for that. And he got so advanced really quickly. So with him, after he turned 3 years old, we couldn't use the service anymore. So I had to really think, should I put him in a school setting where they can teach him the how to speak the right way, or can I just use some of the tactics that the lady used when she was here? Okay, so I'll just talk to you like this for a little bit. So with him, I ended up just contacting the lady and talking to her about some of the things that we could use, or some of the books. And sometimes with speech therapy, it's down to okay, what study books can we use, or what reading books can we use to help him focus on using his mouth in a certain way, or concentrating on the words that he needs to use and focus on. So we got a lot of repetitive books. We demanded him to say certain words at certain times. We didn't allow him to use us in that way where we did everything for him anymore. We demanded the conversation from him. So we just kind of did a lot of research on some of the things to use, and he quickly improved with that. Like I was showing you earlier, all he needed to do really is open up his book, and he sees the number off to his side, and he knew that he needed to shade in them 2 on top. He also is finishing up his book this year. He's got quite a bit of it done. This is so good for parents that have multiple children, that they can kind of do independent work on their own. And with him being in kindergarten, he was able to just take out his book, find a pencil, and move on to his work studies. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like this one, it says, how many rectangles are black? That's all he had to do. He just needed to mainly look at this picture. So when he was done with it, I would just go back and look and say, okay, yeah, you got it. You were able to focus on what you needed to do. Now, further in the book, what the trick is, later on, it switches to starting to get off the blocks and start using more. I'll see if I can find something a little bit harder. Here you go. So then it'll switch from blocks into the regular lineup. And then they still tie in other things. So now he's counting by, counting by 10. And then it's just more of a visual. That's why it's called Matthew C. So they have the visual and the actual writing with it. I don't demand them to read. So I will read over things that they need to in the beginning of learning how to work out their math problems. I'm not focused on reading right away. I know most people are. But I just like my kids to at least have the basic of let's write down our numbers and that first, and then once you start getting up to first grade, then we really focus on reading and getting to know how to read some of the words. Okay, so that was his math. Now for some extra credit stuff, he'll work in this kindergarten book even though he's in first grade. Like I said, I always go back if I need to. This is some of the stuff the twins could be working on. So I could also tie this book in a lot of the stuff the twins are going to be working on this year. Here's another thing I buy from Amazon, the schoolhouse. I know I mentioned in one of the other kids' books that they were using. This is just dot to dot. This teaches them how to count in numbers. So if this is the way to help them learn, that's the way that I'm going to teach them. Okay, and then what else do we have here? Same thing. So just learning the ABCs, learning how to spell words, kind of a phonics based book. And then this will be something that he can start reading out of and looking at the pictures and learning what the word looks like, the actual picture. So that'll be fun for him this year. And that's what we're going to be doing. So I still will be doing other things with him. But as for that, last year, what was the coolest thing that I ever ran into, and I printed this off for my grandchildren too, and a friend, or my sister-in-law. Okay, so it came from confessionsofahomeschooler.com, and I'll link her site down below. I found this on Pinterest. This is super awesome. I'll sit and read this page for them. So P is for pumpkin. Polly picks pumpkins in the patch. They have to go back into this story and they need to circle all the P's that they see in here. And my twins did this last year and they're not even in school. They were 3 years old, just turning 3. Here's the same one. So I'll be printing more of this out this year and we're going to be doing it again. Because just because you do it one year, it doesn't mean that you can't do it another year. So on this one, T for turtle gives you upper case letters and lower case letters. So that really gives them the difference of the different letter recognition. Okay, as for the little kid, for the math, for Minecraft, this would be for Declan or Miles. I know Miles has some. Miles doesn't have any. So this will probably be Miles' extra math that he can work on this year. This is not a demand to get done. This is just extra work if you're waiting for me or you're bored and you need something to do. Them are the things they can. Oh, I think this is still Declan's. This is Maze's. So just another fun activity. He can just grab this book. If I'm busy with the older kids and he has nothing else to do and he's just goofing off while I'm trying to teach the other kids, this is something that I would pull out and this is what he has to work on. He doesn't need me to do that. Numbers and counting. This is something else that he doesn't need me to do. He sees the number 6, he writes it, he sees the word and he writes it. He does not need me to do that. He can count this and he can tell me what it means. This is something that's very independent. I got this at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree. And then the Maze books, or the school's books, I think we got at Hobby Lobby and on Amazon. So them are really good extra books if you're looking for something. I know other homeschoolers have other activities that their kids do while they wait for them. This is just one of the things that we're going to be using this year. As for the twins, though, we got Scissor Skills Activity Pad. This is what I got on Amazon. We do have little kid scissors for the kids that need to use them. We don't always use the regular scissors for the little ones, so we just like the plastic ones. It just works out a little bit better. And then for National Lachlan 2, this is from the Dollar Tree, Alphabet Fun. It's just a quick little workbook, nothing hard. They can write their letters. This will be all new for them this year. This isn't something that they did already. So when I do a video on each child, you'll be able to see where they're at with that. That's going to be all exciting and new for them. Here's another letter book that I picked up at the Dollar Tree that I just noticed this last time I went. Same thing, it's just more work on letters, uppercase and lowercase. And it's not something that, okay, hey, you got to accomplish this whole page in a day. I'm not looking at that in this when I teach. It's more like, can you write this letter? Do you know what this letter means? Or do you know what it is? Can you recognize it? And then some coloring pages that they'll have to focus on. So I don't require them to get it all done in a day. It's just something that they can focus on. Mazes, same thing. Keeping them busy. Finding stuff for them to do. I always go on Amazon and I find hide and seek books. That is probably one of my favorite, or my kids' favorite things to work on, even at nighttime, at bedtime. Hide and seek books. We have all sorts of different ones. I just don't have that laid out right now. Here's another alphabet book that they can work on eventually if they get to one of their books. And this one too, I think we got at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has so many different books that the kids can work on. Even kids that are in school, you know, they need extra stuff. And I know a lot of the kids bring homework home and that's kind of hard for them to have. But even if it's fun extra activities for bedtime, my kids like to do word searches and read and do things. If they're not tired, they like to just sit in bed and work on that kind of stuff. We get them a light and that's something, you know, they can pull out at any time. Okay, so here's another thing I got at the dollar store. We have so many puzzles, but I wanted something this year that I could put in a bag. So I found this bag at the dollar store too. And this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this puzzle with the letters or the numbers in it, and I'm gonna put this one in this bag also. And when I say, hey, it's, you know, ABC time, this is what we're gonna be working on. We're gonna pull this out, you're gonna work on it, even if they don't know what the letter is. It gives them a chance to, hey, look at me. What you got? Is that your brother's? Yeah, that's your brother's. So this is just something we're going to put in the bag and they can pull that out at any time. This also we're going to probably put in that bag. This I did a couple years ago and I recently bought a laminator because I find so many things that I need to laminate. So I told my husband, I said, we just need to buy one. I need to have one. Okay, so with this, I don't remember the site that I got it from, but I think you could probably just find it on Pinterest. You print up the uppercase and lowercase, and then you have the flashcards in here, and you just give them the baggie that they're all in, and they take whatever letter that they have or pick out, and they have to match it to that letter. You could do it vice versa too. It doesn't have to be uppercase necessarily that they're working on. Okay, hold on. Okay, so they don't really need to always match the uppercase. So let's say they have an F right here and they're matching that to that. They don't always have to do it that way. They could take the uppercase and say, hey, where's the lowercase that matches to it? And they could go like that also. So this is good for Declan also. We'll see where he's at this year with learning all that stuff. He should be past a lot of that, but this year and this summer we kind of took off and we didn't do a lot of homeschooling stuff just because summer kind of took over. We had some stuff that we just wanted to do or just relax this year and not have to work on so much stuff. So that's one of the things that I'll put in that bag also for the little ones to pull out and work on. Okay, so that's that. Now as for crafts and activities, we always do crafts and activities. The only thing is either I'm pregnant or I have a baby. And it makes that stuff kind of go out the window. So what I did this year, and I kind of been collecting them, and I'm going to get them every month. And I only have it in one child's name. But with each toucan box, you get 2 activities. So here would be, you know, a honeybee and bamboo beehive, and then the tie-dye butterfly. And then inside the box, you get a toucan box booklet. And inside there, they have homemade ice cream. What does it say? I'll just do this. Build a robot, make ice cream, turn yourself into a toucan. And then they'll just have extra stuff with that. So we'll pull this every once in a while, maybe on Fridays, and just have an extra craft for them to do. I have, let's see, how many boxes do I have right now? I have 4. I have paint on my table for my children, but that's okay. I have 4 boxes right now, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 activities plus all the activities in the book, and then I'll just keep getting more and more. So with this subscription though, I think I pay $14.99 a month. If you sign up under my coupon code, I'll put that also in the description. I think it's right here on here, but I will put it in the description so you can come back to it. And I think you get it for $1.95 free shipping, or you just pay the shipping. I'll have to look into that. But I think it's just pay your first box is just going to be shipping, so $1.95, and then every month after, how many children that you want to buy it for, it's going to be per child. So right now I just buy 1 box and it's $14.99 a month, and then I pay shipping. I think that's all part of it. And that's okay, because you know what? I don't have to go to the store and grab every single crafty thing to go along with it. I don't always have time to do that. And with this, it comes to my door, and I am able to just pull it out and work on these when we need to. I am not sponsored in any way with this. I would love, love, love to be, because I am so excited to do these kind of activities with the kids this year. So that one over here, that was felt flowers, silly spider and marble web, planets poster, nature bag, what else? Treasure map, and modern art canvas. So we'll be working on that throughout the year. One of the other things that I got this year for the twins, Miles and Declan, are these sight words flashcards. These I got off of Amazon. It's a 2-part box that I ordered. So I don't remember which one was, I think it does say on there, like one is set 1, one is set 2 per thing, and then it comes with the hook to hook them all on. This is going to be fun this year also. This is another thing with the readers that are going to be learning how to read the basic words. And there's a lot of them. So that is super cool. This is one of the things I purchased at the end of the year last year, and we didn't get to use them. So I'm excited to tie that in with this year's extra stuff that we're going to do. Now, the other video that I did was organization. This is a CD that I found in there that I was looking for that I could not find anywhere. I usually keep most of my CDs for school in my bedroom, but this was the one that I need. And this is another thing they can work on when they need help from me. And they can just, hey, I'm going to go on the computer, I'm going to start doing my typing. That's totally fine. Because I couldn't find it, I went on Amazon and I found this one, and I am so super excited. This will be the first year that we're going to be doing it. So I didn't even get it in my computer yet to see how it's going to load up or how it's going to look. So the kids will be able to use that. Now, one of the things I don't know is if once it's downloaded, if I can take the CD out and put it in other computers. That's one thing I got to look into. But this was, what does it say, ages 7 and up. And with Mavis or one, that's for anybody. And I think you can put it as like easy, hard, medium, whatever. And then it has a lot of extra games and stuff on here. So it's not like dry and boring for kids. This can be kind of fun too for maybe the older ones. But my kids really like stuff like this. So I think they can do either one with that. So that's going to be extra stuff that they're going to work on, or it just could be one of Gage's electives that he's going to be working on. I was telling you guys about the things that we're going to work on for history and science. I always refer back to our Bible. The Bible last year that we worked on was this one right here. It's the Bible Made Easy for Kids. This one I got on Amazon. If you go to my website on my homeschool journey, I have on the bottom of that post, it shows some of the books that I bought for Bible studies, some of the extra little cards that we use for dinner time when we do things that we can pull out. I have a listing of all that on there and some of the homeschool books on there. But as for this video, I'll just mainly be posting most of the stuff that I use this year. But if you're interested in seeing some of the stuff we used last year, then go to the website and look at that there. That's 10 Kids in a Garage. And I'll leave that all in the description also. So the Bible Made Easy for Kids. This is what we did. Every day we would open up one of the pages. So promise in God's word, which promises are for us. We all sit around. I read this. And then I have one child per day read the Bible verses. So promises in the Bible. So God will honor those who serve him. And then they'll look up John 12:26. So I love it. I finally found a study for my kids that actually works for us. I always struggled with finding the perfect one that just fit into our life. And I'm telling you, this one is one of my favorites. I love it. Okay. And then another one that I found on Amazon is Jesus is Calling, 365 devotions for kids. So another thing that I tie in with the little ones too. And this is just a devotion by day or by year, month. And you don't have to follow it that way if you don't want to. It's the same thing. So you're going to read through the description, read on your own, and then read the verses. And we do that with the kids also. No rush to get it done. It's just tied into some of the things. So we use Bible as our history and as our science in the elementary years. And then, like I said, in high school, we'll tie in more the actual history and science that they use. One of the girls that will be watching this video, hopefully she sees this, because I got to meet a girl that comes around. She doesn't always come this way, and this is the first time I met her. But they come around and they go to door, and they will sell school curriculum. And I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, but I wanted to go more in depth in this video. So this is what they do. They go around. They're from other states, so they're 20-some years old, coming from other states by themselves, working with other team girls or boys that are in this program. They make money off of selling these books. So it's kind of super cool, something to keep them busy during the summer. It's a very life learning journey to be on their own and do more of a business setting and learning how to work with people. With this program, every year we ended up buying new and different books. And this year we branched off and bought another stack of books. And this is Ask Me Questions about which ones are the highlights in history, who lived in a castle, about space, can astronauts see me? And then in this top book, it's a sticker time book. So it's reusable stickers that they can peel off and just work on this book. This is another thing that they can pull out and just play with anytime they want. And the stickers are reusable. So that's that one. And then this one is Ancient Times, Who Hid Inside Horses, People and Places, Who Dance with Dragons, The Human Body, Are My Bones Bendy? And then they also have a sticker book that it comes with. So in here, you'll see that it looks like that. And then in the middle of the book is all their stickers, and they can peel these stickers out and reuse them throughout the book. So that'll be fun for them to work on. And we last year bought a cookbook for Gage because he really likes cooking, and we really didn't use much of it, but that's something that we can bring out this year and maybe be part of his electives for this year. And then we also have the encyclopedia part of these books. We also have the little kid books with colors and things that we can just pull out for the little ones if they need help with shapes and different things like that. But my kids are kind of past all that, but that's some of the stuff that we use this year. I do have some, sorry, I have some visitors. See if I can maybe see if some of them want to say hello. I think I have some that are running away from me, but maybe I can get them on quick video here. Do you want to say hello? Can you say hello to everybody? Say hi, YouTube. You're just gonna laugh? Okay, let's see if you want to say anything. No, she's gonna run away. They're all shy. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. That's everything that curriculum. If you want to, you can leave a comment below on some of it that I could be using this year for homeschool, and I will look into that also. But otherwise, I will list a lot of this down in the description below, and I will talk to you soon. I'm glad to see that you made it to the end of this video. You made it through part 1, part 2, and part 3. I hope you enjoyed them, and that'll be the last of my curriculum that we will be using this year. Hope you follow along because the next video is going to be our actual homeschooling days. The first one is going to be our first day. I might do like a homeschool routine, and then like our activities and some of the things that we will be doing, and then I'll do individual kids. So I might start with Gage, and then I'll move on to Eli, and then we will do other homeschool stuff. I know fall is pretty much here, so I might do a fun video with fall stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I know a lot of people are doing a lot of fun extra fall decor and buying, so we'll see. I'm kind of in, we'll see. I think I might find something. I don't want to base all my videos just on homeschooling because I wanted to show you guys everything that we do, but homeschool is going to be the majority of our videos daily, and I'm sure every day there's going to be something new that's going to come about, and things are going to be just a little crazy. Hold on. Okay, so I had to stop for a quick second because I had some just interruptions for a little bit, but anyways, I'll try to focus now. So I can't even remember anymore what I was trying to say, but I'm going to add this anyways because this is part of my life and all the things that I go through, and they're pretty funny. I just am not going to tell you guys about it. So what else do I want to share with you guys? But if there is, how about this? If there is fall things that you enjoy doing with your kids, let me know about that. If you guys go to pumpkin patches or carve pumpkins or do any extra activities with fall, let me know about that. And then maybe we can do some videos tying in fall and activities. Other than that, I will see you in the next one.